almost
wasn't sure.
100% of the time when somebody says that, it means they are not making it. So
We're going
I just say,
live-ish, by the way. So,
oh, living-ish.
hmm believe
All
it or
right, I'm
not, I've already
recording and
got
I got
all
my
of
time
the.
is.
Believe it or not, I've already got all the stuff ready. That's why I was a little bit late.
That's pretty
Okay,
cool.
we are
Hey,
actually already live on Twitch.
what? Huh,
So,
huh,
hi
huh,
Twitch.
huh.
I have to push the button here, and I have to push the button. Are we already live on YouTube? Maybe. It's a
I don't know,
possibility.
but I'm opening up
Yep.
Facebook so I can share that on the group.
Heather said she got a notification, so we're live on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi YouTube. Oh, yep, here it is. Here's
I also got a notification, so go us.
All right, so let's time is in if we haven't time ised already.
Okay.
Did you go live on uh Facebook?
Not
Well,
yet. I guess I
gotta make
could.
it difficult, don't you? It's it's fucking Facebook Live.
It says
I am.
that we plan to go live.
I just clicked the button. Let's
Intend to
time is
do it.
first. To one thing at a time, Justin. Let's time is. Let's do the clappy clap at 45 and 50. 45 and 50. It's coming. 45 and 50. Everybody's recording, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Clap. Ready.
Bow. Da.
All right. We are
Have
clapping.
fun matching that up.
Oh, wait. That reminded me to record
Recording
here,
in progress.
which isn't very necessary now that I'm recording to 3 other sources, but whatever the fuck. We're doing it anyways. 4 other sources.
Doing it live.
If you include my OBS local. Coffee at 6:45. That's what I'm talking about.
I just add caffeine to my drink. I got the little capsules. I break them open and mix it in.
I got water and nicotine.
I've got water and wacky nicotine.
Yeah, that too.
We're not allowed to talk about that on YouTube. Services, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Wacky meaning the camel. He's funny. He's crazy.
The funny one, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do this, Brandon. I'm gonna rely heavily on you for the news as per usual. Let's go.
Check.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. The episode number is 767. It says it up there on my screen. I know I got it right this time. I also know that I'm here with the right crew. Justin, Brandon, how are y'all doing tonight?
Okie dokie.
Oh, that was a little bit Luigi in there.
Unfortunately,
Everybody's got to get a little bit Luigi in them.
We would have both had some exciting convention news to discuss today,
exciting.
but one of us did not get to go. So
we'll talk more about that in the what you've been playing, but
yeah, exactly.
But you know what? I apparently had a better weekend than Justin. That's what I
clearly. But you know what? It's okay. We've got some news to talk about. Not a whole lot, but maybe some of y'all have gotten some Nintendo Switch invites from Nintendo themselves. I haven't. What do you guys? You guys aren't planning on getting one from Nintendo, are y'all?
Are
y'all?
Might be. I have a friend who wasn't able to get a pre-order, so I told him, if I get an invitation, I will get one for him, and if he doesn't need one, then I will get one for eBay.
I was going to say, is your friend's name Yaby or what?
No, actual friend.
Actual human being friend.
Ironically, a friend who works at Best Buy, so he wasn't able to use his connections.
And I did work there. It's
well, I am glad I got my order from the first wave. Sounds like more waves coming, but yeah, I don't know what Nintendo's doing. It seems kind of weird on there, in my opinion.
I mean, as long as there isn't going to be a 2-year-long shortage like this would be,
it's weird during COVID when the Switch when all of a sudden there's a shortage.
Right, exactly. But the with COVID and everything, I feel like that was just like so weird because the Switch was like throwing up. Animal Crossing came out like in COVID, like there was a thing. But you mentioned the Wii. I don't know that a Switch 2 is ever gonna reach that. Like I feel like that was just crazy. I don't know.
I feel like it was intentional.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, but Nintendo do that. Maybe. No, I don't know what the.
I think Nintendo is intentionally conservative in their stock. Just like they were with the Amiibo. Like you don't, especially with what happened with the Wii U and the GameCube. They don't do put much on shelves and then that. So they all release what they think are going to sell and don't take into account scalpers and families more than one and stuff like that. So they're asked for that. I don't think it's intent. A lot of people are like, it's intentional shortages. Then I don't think they do that. I think it's just a lack of foresight on their part. Because when they do make a when they did the wave of Amiibo, they were all over the place. It was a shortage. In fact, places were clearing up.
I feel like it was a for like the first year.
There was a trickle of wheat. You couldn't have worded that.
There was a trickle of wheat everywhere. It was mattered and.
Well,
I worked here, a little there.
I worked at a gaming store at that time actually, and it was we weren't getting a trickle of them. We were getting like boxes and boxes of them, and they would just go sell out immediately for years. Like up until because I stopped working at GameStop around the time that Smash Brawl came out. So do your mental math accordingly there. But up until about that point, we were. I feel like that was when we started leveling out about that year when Smash Brawl came out, so, but anyways, yeah, it was, that was a different time. And now we're going to be getting tariffs instead of, maybe just Nintendo, I guess, intentionally taking the stuff down. But, do you guys remember when GameCube was $99 at the end of its life? I kind of,
hell yeah,
that was cool.
As a matter of fact,
that was when I actually got into it.
That was when I got my, limited edition platinum GameCube, which turned out to not be limited edition and one of the standard colors, but I traded in my original black GameCube for one of the silver ones when those came out and the price dropped. And luckily I was able to actually get one before the digital port was removed, so I still have a fully functional GameCube.
Okay, yeah. I bought an extra one just to have one.
I have like 3 Wiis. I have all the GameCube I need.
I think I have like 2 Wiis at my house. Maybe I got rid of one. I don't know. I know I have one that's hacked.
Because I was gonna say I got 2 because I planned on hacking one of them and then just never got around to it.
I'm gonna send you around to it in the mail. Well, Brandon, what's next?
Well, there's a couple little things that came up when I looked things up. So I guess Nintendo's actually going to show up at a con in Europe, Gamescom. And I guess that's a thing. They'll show off the Switch too, but
which apparently is the European E3 or what used to be an E3 for us.
So maybe we'll get some announcements when that rolls around. Who knows? Speculation a bunch. The best news I saw come up here. As it turns out, Nintendo has stated openly that when they release physical editions of their games, they will not be game keys.
Okay, good. Good.
They will actually be the game.
I thought Donkey Kong was already confirmed to be a game key. I guess I must have misread that because I was all bummed about that.
I know
as of right now,
Project Red said
they told their shareholders. So as of right now, they told their shareholders.
CD Projekt Red confirmed that the physical version of Cyberpunk is not going to be a game key. So
That kind of
Yeah, it's
surprises me
gonna
too
be
because
like,
that's
which
a
is
beefy
it
impressive.
game.
just sucks
Yeah, I
that
was gonna say, which
it
is
just
impressive
sucks
they
that
were able
the
to fit it on a
market's gonna
cartridge.
be a minefield of
Yeah, it'll just be like hopefully the boxes are discernible. You know what I mean? Like when they're on the
yeah.
shelf, so like you can
It
distinguish
looks like
between.
they have a very clear labeling to tell you, but
Yeah, I know
it's
on the
nice to know
Switch
if I
there was
buy a
usually a little.
Nintendo game, it's actually the Nintendo.
Yeah,
So
when there was when the Switch had a download code, it usually had a little banner on it that said download code only or requires such and
I
such
don't
gigabyte
understand why you put
download.
that in a box. Just give me a code, whatever. Get it.
Yeah, it's weird to
People
me.
like the boxes on their shelves.
Yeah,
I
I
got too much
guess.
shit on my shelves. I don't need empty game boxes.
Sure. The I'm hoping that if we get anything out of Gamescom, it's because we don't know Metroid release date yet, do we? That would be a good one to get there, maybe.
Well, yeah, it's slow. We're all just waiting for the Switch. New possible. Did you bring up the possible new pre-orders for people? I think we
We
decided
have.
not to talk about that because we thought Best Buy already
He
closed
says as
that.
he
Oh
talks
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Now,
yeah. There,
don't get your hopes up, you idiot.
yeah. A couple of
Uh,
retailers apparently are like doing second waves, but I think it might be too late.
keep your eyes
Uh,
peeled. Keep your eyes
yeah.
peeled. You might get a chance to get another pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Nintendo
a
did
pre-order.
start sending out invitations though. I know those of us who signed up got an email saying that we're in the queue to get them. So some people already got them. We're still waiting for another one. So keep checking your email on a daily basis because you may get an email from Nintendo saying go buy your Switch 2, and after that you've got, I think it's what, 72 hours.
I thought that they give you
Something
10
like that.
days, is what they
Oh,
said.
is it 10
Oh,
days?
maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have 10 days to act on that thing.
That's nice because that's like, okay, we're going to wait until like
Because
potentially a paycheck or whatever.
normally that's about how often I check my email, so that works.
I guess so. Yeah, well, what else? Any other news that you guys saw popping in your feed? No. Well, I want to hear about news about a convention that one of you went to, and I'm dying to figure out which one it was. Tell
So,
me.
so I went, it was a little mini con. It was just Retro Game Con Spring here in Syracuse. Justin did not tell me that he intended to go directly and clearly.
And
So
I
I
didn't
didn't tell
know
him when I
because
got a message
sometimes
about last week that said 90% of the tickets are sold out. It's a small venue. You need to get your tickets now, or you're just going to be waiting for space to open up. And then the day of, I'm getting packed up, ready to go. Justin had told me anything. He just sends me here's where I am iPhone message. And I'm like, dude,
yeah,
you might not want to make that drive.
and I've never had that problem. I know that they've sold
Well,
out on
they
like
were always doing the
Saturday.
most, which had like the most has
Mhm.
tons of space.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
last
you
time
were
Uh,
we
saying
went
there
to the
was
one.
a venue change, right?
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
changed this elite gaming place that's like inside like one of those little half mall sort of city buildings, if you know what I'm talking about, where like everything's glass and
Hmm.
it feels like office space, but they put like a little gaming bar down there. And they've been pretty tight with the organizers, so I guess that's why they decided to do it this year. Um, it was pretty fun. I did meet Bill Longley, who's voice of Sparks from Aqua Teen, not Aqua Teen, C Lab 2021. Which means now I have my copy of C Lab 2021 signed by by
Eric
both
Estrada.
him and Eric Estrada. Thank you. I always forget his name, but I've got two members. He told me there's at least three others I could potentially get, and one who's very hard to get, and one's dead. So you
I was
can't
gonna
get
say one
that
of
guy.
them's dead, so good
One of
luck
them's
getting that one.
dead. He died during the series, the voice of Murphy. So that was fun. I picked up a Dreamcast controller for $25.
Like an actual
Yeah, an
original.
actual
Okay.
first party Dreamcast controller.
Because I was gonna say one of the companies that does the I want to say it's Retro Fighters, but I'm not 100% sure. But one of the companies that does the good like retro game controllers does a Dreamcast controller that I really want to get because it's actually shaped like a real game controller and not whatever the hell the Dreamcast controller was shaped like.
And I'll tell you why I can't resist that, because apparently what is it? Hold on, let me get my notes out. Hold on. See here. 8-bit mods put out a specialty VMU.
I heard about that.
That functions
That's
that
cool.
and also works
Oh,
as a
yeah, I
Game
saw
Boy,
that
NES, and
too.
Master System emulator.
Holy shit!
I pre-ordered that when it came out, so
Send me a link to that. That sounds awesome.
the pre-orders came out like 4 days ago. But I'll put that in the chat for you guys, I guess. But
I mean, I would love
that,
to have like an ultra
I pre-ordered
portable Game
that
Boy.
going, oh shit, it's coming from the UK. Oh shit, it also doesn't come till October. How's Trump gonna fuck this up for me?
For real though.
Yeah, 8-bit mods put out just look them up. It's on their front page, but I don't know if they have any left. God knows the last thing I ordered from 8-bit mods was their PlayStation 2 memory card hack that allows you to play games off of micro SD cards onto the PlayStation, because they discovered that the memory card slots are faster than the IDE built into the back. That's pretty neat. I also got a copy of Killer Instinct on Super NES for $20, and
which is funny because I think that just came out on the Nintendo Switch online.
I have that now. And the big thing that I picked up, which will go into what I've been playing, is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for Switch.
Nice.
I have that one.
I have a U version of it, so yeah.
I actually have both. And like I wanted it for the 3DS because it seemed like perfect for the 3D.
You can kind of play it. This was wow, it like 3D.
Yeah, but yes, the 3 and the 3DS version is not very. Last year's 3D did not get
Get another 3D land or a kid or something. Oh my god, 3D and kid.
Never have down on because that was so nice.
Oh, I played Little Stranger, Little Monster House has been quite apparently gets if you do. It's quite a fight. And the last thing I played Doom Eternal, which Doom Dark is on Game Pass, which so far good recommend. I don't feel like I got deep enough for me to get it hooked in me, but I still remember the same thing happened to me to Doom Eternal. Then I sat down and really gave it some time, and I was just in. And I can feel that I'm gonna get there with that. It's fast and bloody and fun. But I think I have to bump up the difficulty because it's a little too easy for me right now.
I have not played. I have the 2016 Doom on Steam, but I haven't played.
I was playing Kirby,
and it's a great handheld game. You know, you can play it anytime, anywhere.
I noticed that. I was like playing it on TV, and I was like, "There's a lot of this that feels like it'd be better with handheld."
Oh yeah, there's definitely things where you can like touch